magical.
Madness. What up?
Hi.
Would
Well,
you would you
well,
like me to say it this time?
yeah.
Welcome to our Spooky Friday.
It's a spooky Friday. We will be talking about.
One of our last ones.
Yep, we only have this one and then one more.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe this is the spookiest one.
Maybe.
This is like horror. But not really. Horror, but not horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think of Disney, you don't really necessarily want to think of horror, but
But in this scenario, we are going to be thinking about horror.
mm-hmm.
Basically, what we're going to talk about today for a quick little spooky Friday, we are going to talk about places in Disney that could be like in a horror movie. This might be a very bad explanation of this, but I was thinking when I came up with this idea how Five Nights at Freddy's is like supposed to be like a fun place to go like in the daytime, like or like a normal it was supposed to be like a fun thing,
Mm-hmm.
but turned into a scary thing. So
Yeah.
basically, if the power goes out in one of these places at Disney World, it could turn a little scary
Sure.
really quick.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. We don't have like an exact amount. We're just going to kind of come off the brain.
Yeah, just-
Whatever we think. Oh, the power went out, or it's like there's no one else here. I'm the only one here. I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
But at Disney. So just fun. Just funsies. Fun, scary times.
Yeah. Do you have so I'm currently my mind's racing now trying to figure out
Okay,
what-
like my very first one when I'm thinking about this is the first one that comes to my mind. And some of these parts scare me when it's running normally. So, but I love this attraction. But I immediately think Small World.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of talked about it before on a different episode, a different Spooky Friday episode. But I'm thinking more like horror movie. This is like the perfect scene for a horror movie. Is inside of Small World. Like, I would say any of the scenes in Small World,
Yep.
but it's that the power went out and
or
like
the ones the clowns.
yeah, it's the power went out and like for some reason like these smiley it's like whenever the power goes out and like it gets dark, the smiles almost turn to frowns. Like they're not actually turning to frowns, but the shadow of them turn into frowns and
Right.
you're instantly kind of oh, get me out of here right now.
The clowns slowly start coming further towards you from the because
And
the
you're
clowns
like-
are in the ceiling, right?
They're in the ceiling. They're in like a boat thing in the ceiling.
Yep.
And they're going up and down, and I'm scared of clowns, so I don't like clowns normally. But I just imagine that when the power goes out, for some reason, they start coming down too, like, and all of a sudden there's a boat of clowns floating towards you, and
And then of course they magically come alive.
well, or they always were.
Oh,
You just didn't know.
maybe they come alive at night.
Yeah. It could, but in the horror movie, they 100% do.
Yeah.
And it's all fun during the day, but as soon as it turns to a certain time of the night, you better get out of there.
I would agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that ride, yeah. I mean, some of the dolls in there, I feel like you would just see in a horror film.
Yes, they would look different. They would they wouldn't look as clean and neat. And this is coming from someone that loves like I love Small World. I want to
Yeah.
go on Small World every single time I go to Magic Kingdom. I don't want to go to Magic Kingdom and not go on Small World because I think this is the most Disney ride to me. I don't feel like I went to Disney without riding a few rides, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go to Small World at nighttime or when the lights for some reason are going off.
No. Yeah. There's many other rides
There
I'd
is
rather be
no
on.
reason that ride should ever shut down.
No. It's the most simple ride. One of the most simple ones there.
It's very simple. There's a lot of animatronics, I guess, but the movements are very
As
simple.
long as the current of the water doesn't stop, you should be able to make it through.
Yes, you should be like that's what I'm saying. If this ride stops, there is something wrong.
Yeah.
It should not be stopping.
Right.
You should be backed up by boats because maybe like one of the boats needed like assistance getting off. It takes a little bit longer. That's fine. As long as there's like a backup of boats, you can still see the current moving.
Yeah.
But if you're stopping in the middle of that, that is probably one of the most terrifying
You
experiences.
need to get off now.
Like
I don't care if it's against the
swim.
rules to get out of the boat.
Yeah.
You need to get out.
You need to get out. Run.
Yeah.
Run. Swim over to the side. Find the dolls that look the least amount of scary and then run that side
Sure.
through.
Maybe there's an emergency exit or something you can
There
get out.
has to be, right?
So I'm trying to think of things other than a ride. And I'm sure we'll think
yeah.
of one, but this one's already supposed to be like a scary ride.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
You're strapped in these kind of like janky looking elevator seats,
Yes. Yeah.
and then like you get stuck in there somehow.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
But like you're not going on the ride.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Like you're just kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're stuck in like
that middle part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no.
Yep.
Not here for. But like you're stuck in a way that you're not.
You can't get out of your seatbelt.
Like you can't get out of your seatbelt. No one's coming to get you. You're not getting evacuated. They're not saying like it's gonna be a second.
Yeah.
You're just stuck with no reason. Yeah, I can see that. I could see that being scary. I think, honestly, if you're walking through that queue line by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
that itself is a horror film.
Yeah.
Somebody is behind you. If you're by yourself or you think you're by yourself, it's a lie. There's someone behind you in this horror film.
Right. Yeah. Something's there.
Yeah.
Something's there.
I think anything for me that is that feels like horror like, and it's more like an ominous feeling, less horror. It becomes horror when you know somebody is behind you, but when you're like in a place that has a lot of people, and it doesn't have a lot of people. So like I kind of had this feeling when we were at the after hours party and we were there super late and we're like in what should be a very busy spot, and we're like the only three, like me, you, and my dad were like the only three that were right there, like leaving Fantasyland. Do you remember that? I was like, this feels wrong. This feels against the rules. If I didn't see other people around and I didn't know I'm there for after hours party, I'd be nervous.
Yeah.
So I think something that's outside of a ride that I would feel the same exact way. And this is kind of weird. And I told you about this and you didn't really understand it, but it's that ominous feeling is the Fantasmic amphitheater.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I don't know why, but like that right there is like, if you're the only one there and like the lights are off,
Mm-hmm.
like that's a ginormous place. And
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm imagining like a Michael Myers type villain is coming after you. One that's not very fast, but he's gonna somehow
after you.
Be right there.
Yeah.
Because he never runs, but he's always right there.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're in this big, huge amphitheater by yourself. No one's really gonna hear you yell.
Yeah.
That's what would be like really scary.
Yeah, and you're talking about that walkway to the theater.
Yes, the walkway too, and the walkway when you're leaving, like they're just very long. There's nothing around.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really know. Like if there wasn't other people walking, I don't know which way I would go.
Yeah, it is kind of very secluded. Like you don't know that's back there.
No,
It's a very long walk.
It's a very long walk, and then and if there's no one else walking the same way or telling you which way to go,
Mm-hmm.
if you're like by yourself, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're by yourself and then there's somebody else there coming to get you, that's even scarier.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking just like powers out, no one else is there. That's terrifying.
So one thing, like, how crazy would it be to be at any of these parks, and it's just like all the lights are off, you're the only one there? Like, how crazy would that be?
I wouldn't like it.
It'd be kind of surreal because every time you're there, you're used to thousands and thousands of people being there.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of how I felt when we were doing the after hours, like, and we were the only people in that spot where there's usually a ton of people.
Hmm.
Like you're used to kind of snaking through people, and instead like you're the only one there, and you don't really see any cast members right there. You don't see like, besides like the lights still being on, like it's kind of spooky.
Yeah. I
Um
think Pandora with all the lights off being there by yourself could be kind of creepy.
oh, but still have like the noises.
Hmm.
Do you know, like from the like Pandora animals and
Yeah.
stuff? That would be scary.
Yeah.
Or like even like that queue line. Like you imagine like going through the caves
Oh
of that
yeah.
queue line and then like everything like shuts down.
Hmm.
Like get me out of here. I do
It's
not
such
need
a
to be.
long walk
It's
through the
so
caves
long.
too.
Like the caves are so long.
Hmm.
And I've actually never done that at night. So I do wonder if it gets a little spooky in the caves at night when you don't see like, cuz you see the sunshine coming through.
Yeah,
Um like I wonder if it at all gets a little spooky at nighttime.
I do wonder.
Yeah, cuz there's not any lights
Right.
really. I actually don't know if there is a light.
That is one thing that I want to experience at night is the Pandora area, which hopefully someday we will.
Yeah.
Just the times we're usually there, the sun's up for too long.
That's actually a really good. Animal Kingdom is not one that I thought of until you just said that, but going through any of those trails that have the animals coming from someone that loves animals, if you're the only one there and it's nighttime, that's scary. I personally don't want to like come in contact with a giant animal like a tiger
Yeah,
when I'm the only one walking through there at night. Not that there's still like the barrier in between you, but I wouldn't want to be in any type of zoo at night by myself.
no, I wouldn't either. No.
So I definitely wouldn't want to. I respect the animals from a distance, not at night.
So what park do you think would be the scariest, and what park do you think would be the least scariest at night?
Oh, that's a really good
I think
question.
I would think Animal Kingdom would probably be the scariest at night.
I do think Animal Kingdom would be the scariest because there's so much like foliage and like places that if it was like horror movie that somebody could hide.
Hmm.
If it was just like regular scary, there's just a lot of trails and a lot of like, if the lights are all off, it's nighttime, like there's just like a lot of places you could get lost, I think there.
Yeah.
I think least scariest would, I think probably, I wouldn't say Magic Kingdom because Magic Kingdom also has like a lot of place. I would probably say Epcot, honestly,
I was gonna say
because it's
Epcot
just
too.
a circle.
You
And
can
then
see
it's a
pretty much the
circle.
whole park from one vantage point.
Yeah. Yeah. And you like if you have been there, you know, it's not your like first time,
Hmm.
which in these scenarios probably not your first time.
Right. Yeah.
But you could go right to where you know the World Showcase starts, like from, and you could find your place. You could find your way out.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Very true.
And you can stay along that gate, and it wouldn't be very scary because you have the water there to kind of like,
And if you really had to get away, just jump in the water, swim, and just start swimming.
yeah. Yeah. Now I feel
Laugh.
like we're just making like escape routes, but it was more just thinking of
How
something
can you
that
get
was
out
a
of the
little
park?
spooky. How do you get out of the park when you have to? Another one that I think would be scary, thinking about Epcot, like a ride that would be scary if like the power went out while you're on it, is Spaceship Earth. Because I feel like
Yeah.
you're like going up and like there's not an easy way to get out.
Yeah.
So it just, I think it would
Very
very
enclosed.
very quickly feel very tight
Yeah.
in there because you're not in like a big seat. You're in, like, it would very quickly feel, ugh.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would want to get out of there as soon as possible.
Yep.
And I mean, lights off, like you're not like just like stuck for a second. Like this is lights out.
Yep.
You can only see like the shape of the animatronics. Like you can't see the animatronics in there.
Yeah.
That
Those
would be
are
a little
there's a
scary.
lot of animatronics in that ride.
There's a lot like going up. And then even if you're stuck coming down, there's nothing coming down. So then you're kind of just stuck backwards
Right.
in an enclosed space. No thanks.
For quite a while you're going backwards.
Yeah, yeah. That would be like, I think any part of that would be scary if the power went out.
Hmm. would agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, that's pretty much all the ones that I can think of. I don't know if there's any other ones that like you can think of. I don't really think there's anything like outside of the parks is basically what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I'm sure if I thought long enough, I could think of one. But I think we covered it pretty good. I mean,
Obviously,
here's the
like
thing.
Haunted Mansion for
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
But like that's what it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
That's why I was hesitant to say
I didn't want to do like
Tower
something.
of Terror because I'm like, that's already scary and spooky. But
But you said it a different way.
Yeah.
That wasn't like the parts that are scary. Like
Mhm.
you said it like you're stuck.
because it's already freaky getting into that
yeah.
elevator.
Yeah. And this is like the power just went out and you're like you're not even you're not going to fall down, but it
Mhm.
feels like you might. Like you're not to the part where you're going to fall down.
I mean, one of my biggest fears is in getting in an elevator in a high building and it just breaks loose and you're free falling.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like
mean,
that would be
that's like a
horrifying.
yeah. There's nothing that you can do.
No.
And there's not really anything you can hold on to or anything. At least in the Tower
I
of
would
Terror
rather
you can hold.
free fall from a building and not be inside of an elevator than be inside of an elevator and free fall.
Well, there's like nowhere that you could grab onto
Like
or
you don't know
anything.
when you're gonna hit the bottom.
No, yeah, you're just there.
Like, here we go.
Yeah, I don't like elevators. I mean, that's just me personally. I don't like going on elevators that are one one floor
I
down.
think M Night, is it Shyamalan or however you say his name? He made a movie where you're like they're in an elevator like the whole time.
Like a scary movie?
Mhm.
Oh, I have not watched that
I haven't
one.
seen it, but
I don't think I would watch that one.
Yeah.
I don't like elevators or escalators. I like stairs. Stairs are reliable.
Yeah.
Stairs rely on my own strength to go up and down them.
True. Very true.
Not anything else.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it for today's episode. If there's any spooky places like the power goes out, this is a little spooky. And we didn't say it, let us know.
Yeah.
For our not last Spooky Friday, because next week we are going to talk about one of my favorite movies that can be considered a movie for Halloween time or not for Halloween time. And we will talk about that next week. So.
Yes, we will. It's classic.
It is. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's it.
That's all. Stay tuned for next week. And we do have I know we've said it multiple times, but we do have a resort tour of French Quarter.
Yep.
So check that out.
Yep. And we are working on the next vlog day from that vacation. So be on the lookout for that as well. And
that's it.
That's it. You usually say the part where it ends us out.
Thank you for listening, as always. And as always, you can find us anywhere that podcasts are available, pretty much. You can watch us on YouTube. You can like and subscribe and share. And that's all.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.